Hello, welcome back. I know I always tell you guys to watch kids shows, cartoons and shows for children. But today I'm here to give you reasons why you should do that. And at the end, I'm going to give you some suggestions for good TV shows. All right, so stay tuned. Reason number one, you were not a kid speaking English. This means a lot, and I cannot emphasize this enough, a lot of vocabulary that you learn as a child you never learned because you were not a child raised speaking English. So for you to get access to those words and structures and simple things, you have got to be watching kids shows if you want to do this in the most natural way possible. Let me tell you guys a story that happened to me. When my son Dominic was 2 years old, 2.5 exactly, we were outside and he was playing with the neighbor. And the neighbor, well, I live in Brazil, so the neighbor was speaking Portuguese to him, and the neighbor had a watering can, okay, what you use to water flowers and plants. And Dominic wanted to play with that, so he came to me and he said, "Mummy, can I play with the watering can?" And when he said that, I looked at that tiny person, very small, 2.5 years old, saying to me, "Can I play with the watering can?" And obviously I understood what he was saying, but that moment I realized I did not know how to say watering can because I'd never said it. It was never important in my life. I didn't know how to say that, watering can, had no idea. And he learned it watching Peppa Pig, because then I remembered the episode where they were talking about, more than one actually, where they were talking about a watering can. There you go. Second reason, it makes your basic structures better, because when children are learning to speak, they don't learn crazy structures. They learn basic structures first, just like we did when I was raised speaking Portuguese and you were raised speaking Portuguese or any other language. I don't know where you're from watching me here. So you see what I'm saying? You have got to be watching TV shows for children if you want to work on your really simple basic structures in a natural way. Which then takes us to reason number 3, which is that, listen to this, write it down, honestly, stick it to your forehead, get a tattoo with this sentence on it, I don't know, do whatever you have to do to remember what I'm going to say to you now, okay? There is no good advanced English without good basic English. Fact, all right? So don't disregard your basic English. Don't be like, "Oh, that's too basic," because you need that. Most people I see with this type of attitude have a really crappy basic English, and then they want to go on and speak amazing advanced English with great structures, great vocabulary, great expressions, when they're struggling with super basic stuff. Come on! Reason number 4, you have no idea I'm about to say this to you, but I will. They don't, in kids' shows, okay, the cartoons, the characters in the cartoons, they don't speak slower. It's just natural speed. So you're not watching something that will make you learn in an unnatural way because it's too slow and mechanic. No, it's natural speed for speaking for lots of people. Of course, some people speak faster, and you will see this kind of difference when you watch cartoons, that some characters speak slower because that's their natural speaking pace, and some characters will speak a bit faster because that's their natural speaking pace. So it's actually a really natural speed when you watch these shows. So that's a great reason for you to watch kids shows as well. Reason number 5, you can have access to great things that will help you with your language skills, such as sarcasm. So if you're watching, for example, Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom, there is lots of sarcasm on there. So you can learn about British sarcasm watching these shows. So you begin to understand they're being sarcastic and you start to use those sentences if that's your personality too. You can find it in Ben and Holly's, you'll find it watching Peppa as well. So it's really real content. Number 6, since the content is more straightforward, more objective, you can focus on how the sentences are being formed. So you can actually focus on whether they're using to or for, or they're using will or going to, or they're using in or on or at. You can really focus on those structures because the content is more straightforward and the sentences tend to be more straightforward as well, more objective as well. So it gives you the opportunity to really learn about grammar in a real context. Reason number 7, and the last reason for you to watch kids shows, is it's very visual, okay? So if they're talking about a watering can, they're showing you a watering can. So most learners are visual learners. You might be one of those as well. I am definitely a visual learner. So because you're seeing what they're talking about, you begin to actually remember those words. And I'm not only talking about simple vocabulary such as a watering can, that you're going to see the watering can, and yeah, that makes sense, but I'm talking about actions as well. So somebody goes like this, achoo, and somebody says, you're sneezing again. So then you're learning that this is sneezing. You see what I'm saying? So it's very, very visual, which is going to help you remember new things. So now what I want to do is just give you some recommendations for great TV shows for children, for you to watch with your children if you have children, or for you to watch by yourself if you don't have children or you want to watch by yourself, okay? Number 1, classic, Peppa Pig. Oh, I don't like Peppa, she's so rude. Hello. I don't care that you don't like Peppa. Peppa doesn't care that you don't like her, okay? It's not about you liking Peppa. You're not gonna marry Peppa, okay? You don't have to love her. It's about you knowing that you can learn from watching Peppa. Second thing I want to say is that Peppa in English is not actually rude. She's not a rude kid. She's a very normal kid. Peppa in Portuguese is different. So don't base your opinion about Peppa because you watched Peppa in a Brazilian version. All right? Next one is Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom is for slightly older children. So Peppa is like from 2 to about 5. And Ben and Holly's is like from about 4 to say about 7 maybe. So it's slightly different. So you've got lots of sarcasm from Nanny Plum, which is a character, and fantastic vocabulary. You can also watch Simon. I'm going to list these names for you here so you're going to see it. Simon, these are available on Netflix, okay? Simon is very good. Next one is Australian, which I like. It's got a lovely accent, which is Bluey. Bluey is nice for you to learn lots of things, lots of, very real life sentences and expressions. Sarah and Duck, extremely visual, a little bit boring, so you don't want to watch an hour of Sarah and Duck, but you might want to do it for 10 minutes, which is going to help you a lot. Next one is Hilda. Now, Hilda is much more complex vocabulary, okay? So for older children, it's complex vocabulary. It's not simple like Peppa, but it's really great too. Then I've got 2 more, which are Bob the Builder. So good, crazy vocabulary, things that you've never heard before, trust me. I've learned a lot with Bob the Builder. And Postman Pat. Postman Pat is also very British, and it's all of these shows I'm recommending to you today, you can definitely learn from. If only you can realize that it's important to put yourself in this situation where you are a little bit like a kid. So you can learn things that you only learn when you are a kid and that actually give you such a solid foundation for good language skills. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope that you try doing this and stop saying, I don't like it, I'm not a kid. And I'm like, what? I'll see you next time. Thank you.